Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen here with Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering the Green Bay Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates and all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Looking at the Green Bay Packers, they had an easy time with the Miami Dolphins. As we know, the Miami Dolphins don't play well in cold weather. And the Bears gave the Lions a tough time, but they were able to pull it out. In this game here, it's much more on the line than just a rivalry game. You got to think. There's important head-to-head matchup, real implications if the Packers are able to beat the Lions. There's a real possible thing that the Lions have to win out because the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings are winning as well. So there's a number of things that are riding on this game because any loss could cost any team something in the playoffs, potentially in the seeding. So Green Bay has a pretty good team. When they're running with Josh Jacobs, there's not really a lot of answers for it because he can catch out the backfield. He can essentially run out the backfield. Jordan Love has a quality group of receivers. The defense is playing spot on for Green Bay. And you got to think, against a Lions team that is well versed in offense, that has Amon St. Brown, that has Jamison Williams, that has Montgomery, that has Jahmyr Gibbs. They have a lot of different weapons. And you got to think from a standpoint, you only have one football and you have to feed a lot of people in Detroit. I think that in this game here, the Green Bay Packers give them a tough test because you've seen the last couple of weeks, teams like Chicago have been able to hold on. Different teams have been able to give the Lions a test to where you can see what works, what doesn't work. You can see the soft spots on the defense. And you can tell that in certain situations, the Detroit Lions miss Aiden Hutchinson very much because that pass rush is not the same without him there. And you got to think, the Detroit Lions, they've been blessed to play some bad teams. Let's just face it. So in this one here, I think they take a blueprint out of what Tampa did and also what the Chicago Bears did defensively. And you can really get to Jared Goff. You don't have to sack him, but essentially speeding up the pocket, speeding up the clock in his head and making him feel like there's pressure there when there's not. The offensive line is pretty good for Detroit, but at times they give up big plays to the defensive lines of other teams. So with that being said, if you can get a slight lead, pin your ears back and go after Jared Goff and company, you can have a great opportunity of winning that football game that day. So in this one, I'm not picking an upset. I think the Green Bay Packers play them well, but I think the Detroit Lions just have too much offense for them in this game here. I'm picking the Detroit Lions to continuously win this game, and I think they're going to win on for a couple more weeks. But I do think it's going to be a great game overall. It's a Thursday night game of the week. Both these teams are coming off of Thanksgiving play, so they've had a little bit of extra rest. So I like this matchup for the Detroit Lions. All you Packers fans, all you Lions fans, get in the comment section below. Definitely check out Sports Choice Plus, and we'll see you in the next episode.